The left-hand side, they've got these olive green glossy leaves, and we've got one in flower which is quite unusual. Usually they're flowering very early in spring, but there are some late autumn varieties, and this one is just passing the cab now on the left-hand side with the white flowers with the yellow centres. That's a camellia. Beautiful flowers. So if you come here early in spring, it is spectacular down this little pathway because you get these whites, reds and pinks. And these plants come from East and Southeast Asia, so you'll find them in the Himalaya region, all the way to Japan and as far south as Indonesia. A very famous camellia plant is Camellia sinensis, and it's a hugely successful plant commercially. Camellia sinensis has the common name of the tea plant, so the tips of the leaves of this particular one make black tea. Kew Gardens began in 1759 when the mother of King George III, the Dowager Princess Augusta, began a 9-acre pleasure garden here, including a physic garden for medicinal plants. King George III went on to develop the gardens considerably during his reign, and then it was his granddaughter, Queen Victoria, who in 1840 gave the gardens away to the public. The government took over the running of them. Kew's first director was appointed. His name was William Hooker, and the general public were allowed inside the Royal Gardens for the very first time in 1840. Present-day Kew is 326 acres. It is the largest and most diverse collection of plants and fungi in the world. UNESCO granted us World Heritage status in 2003, in recognition of this fantastic visitor centre, but more importantly in recognition of over 260 years of scientific ideas. First and foremost, we are a place of science. We have more scientists working for us than we do gardeners. The whole of gardens and the glass houses are a living laboratory for them. But they also work internationally throughout the world on all kinds of projects, including at a permanent research base in Madagascar. At the moment we're in the middle of a 10-year, what we call Manifesto for Change, which began in 2020. And at the heart of it is this statement: Kew wishes to protect and understand plants and fungi for the well-being of people and the benefit of all life on Earth. Put simply, without plant life and fungi, there is no life on this planet. Coming ahead of us is the Temperate House, the largest surviving Victorian glass structure in the world. A staggering 10,000 individual plants reside in there, over 1,500 different species, and they all come from areas of the world where we don't get extremes of temperature, temperate regions. Our scientists are always working inside this building. Some of the plants in here are very rare indeed, and they're looking into issues around things like climate change, loss of biodiversity on the planet, food security and so on. There are two art galleries in the gardens. They're ahead of you on the left-hand side. The glass-fronted contemporary building to the furthest left